I'm here at the Stamplistic booth with Elizabeth, and she's going to have me make a 3D flower in the blue. And what's that you were using?
We use just basil cardstock. We take one stamp and stamp it multiple times on different colors of paper. So every time you see a different color on the flower, it's a different color of paper.
Okay.
So you're going to start out with your multiple images, and the green one is the actual base of your flower. So cut all the way around the outside edge of the entire design.
Okay, one layer done.
All right.
Now what do?
We did this in the order that we did medium, light, dark, but you can do it in any order that you want.
Okay, so you want me to cut all of them?
The next layer we're going to cut a little bit different. You're going to take out this wider petal.
Okay.
So you're going to go in and out, in and out.
Okay, so if I want the next layer to be this color, then this color, then this color, or how did you say you do it?
You can do it in any order you want, but your next layer you're taking out the wider petal.
The bigger piece, okay.
So it's going to be a piece that looks like this.
Okay, next one I'm going to do...
Next one you want every other petal. So you're actually going to cut down into here, around that little point, and back out here.
So I'm doing this one?
Yes.
Okay. And so to do this, somebody would just need a stamp that would have an image that would have all of these different dimensions, basically, right?
Correct. And all of our stamps are designed to do this technique.
Okay.
Everything is done, as I said, with one stamp.
Yep.
So this one is actually part of our limited edition mini set. It's the mini version of Echo. And we added a couple others and did a limited edition set. All smaller versions of some of our original stamps.
Okay.
Okay, your last one, you just need to cut the small flower in the center.
Got it. And then you have an online website, right?
Correct. Stamplistic.com.
So if someone wanted to buy these stamps, they would just be able to go there, right?
Correct.
Great. That's probably as good as I'm going to try. Get it? I don't want to keep you here forever.
Yep.
There we go.
So the next thing that we do is we take every single piece that we cut, we lay it flat on a piece of paper, and we carefully trace along the outside edges of it. Now, I always trace from the front because it helps fix little imperfections in your cutting line.
Sure.
If someone didn't have a real steady hand and they wanted to, they can trace it from the back. It will still color the edge of your cardstock and therefore hide the core and give you a cleaner look when you stack up your layers. It doesn't do quite as much for your cutting line.
I agree.
So you can do it either way. We trace every single piece that we cut just because it helps hide our little imperfections.
Yeah, I'm a imperfection hider myself. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, now you're going to take all of your blue pieces and turn them over. And on the back of your blue pieces, you're going to place pop dots.
Okay.
Now on this one, we did every other petal and one in the middle.
Got it.
Here we do every petal and one in the middle, and then one or two on there.
Okay.
And you can put as many pop dots on there normally as you want. I just base it on what I'm using it for. If it's going to be a card that gets handled a lot, or I make a pin or something out of it,
you do more
then
than
I put a lot more pop dots on it.
It's gone. It disappeared.
No worries.
It's somewhere. We'll find it in a second when it's stuck to my hand or something. These are cool pop dots. I've never seen them before.
The black ones?
Yeah, the
we
ones
always
that have
use black ones. I have a sample here. It's a little beat up, but if you look at our sample straight on,
you can see the black.
do you see the difference between the left and right side?
Oh yeah, that's cool.
The black ones kind of become a shadow in your project.
They do.
The white ones sort of jump out and say, you know,
here I am.
You pop me up. And
where do you want this? Nothing.
That
okay.
one, nothing.
Okay.
So now you're going to peel the backs off of these.
Okay.
And then turn it over and match it right back up on top of here. So you deconstructed your flower, now you're going to reconstruct it.
Okay.
So now the next thing that we do, wherever you want glitter on your flower, we use this pen. This is a squeaky glue pen, so it goes on liquid and blue, which is a little hard to see on the blue paper here.
Yeah.
But it dries clear and tacky. We actually wait, when we're doing glitter, we wait for it to dry and get tacky before we add the glitter.
Okay.
On our samples, here we traced lines, here we colored areas in. This one we didn't do any at all.
Got it.
So you do as much or as little as you want, and you can go all the way around your entire flower because we actually want it to dry before we add the glitter.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, now we're going to wait just a minute for that to turn completely clear.
Got it.
Shouldn't take too long. Once your glue has dried and turned completely clear, you're going to hold it over the glitter. Dump
spoon
the
it on.
glitter right on top.
Got it.
We dump it back in and then take your finger and actually rub that glitter in and burnish it.
Yeah, that's how I do it
Then
too.
use the sparkle sweeper to brush some extra back in the bowl.
Sparkle Sweeper, I love the name.
Didn't make it up.
I love the fact that this has got all kinds of stuff in it.
And yet all that stuff won't stick to your flower.
I know, it's cool though. I think we're all really anal about our glitter and making sure our glitter doesn't get anything like that on there.
Ours is well loved.
Yeah, yours is. My work here is done.
No, we're gonna.
No, now I gotta put
some crystals.
Now
on.
I'm putting crystals. I'm
Get
ready.
to put your crystals on. And I don't. Do you work with small embellishments at
Not
home?
at all.
Okay.
Because of the fact that they are, unless I have one of those picker-upper things.
Okay. Well, this is going to be amazing. This is life-changing.
Okay, I'm ready.
So I'm going to dump a couple of fake crystals out here.
Okay.
Okay. So for demo, I use the fake ones.
Gotcha.
I'm going to take just this piece of paper, and wherever I want to put a crystal, I'm going to put, whoops, that one's too big. So just a small drop of glossy accents, okay?
Yep.
Doesn't take much. I generally only do 3 or 4 at a time, just because it can dry very quickly if you get a small drop like that.
Got it.
Now we have this tool called the Crystal Katana, and these are also very well loved. But with this, where you'd normally try to get that with your tweezers and it would go flying across the room, with this, if you just tap down on top of the crystal, it's going to pick it right up.
Got it.
If you try to set it down where there's no glue, it doesn't release.
Got
but
it.
the second I hit the glue, it comes right off.
Cool.
If I need to move it or adjust it, I want to turn it over and use the other end to adjust it.
Got it.
The black end is a patent pending material and we don't know exactly what it is. But if glue gets on it and hardens, it doesn't pick up and release the way it should. And then we have to kind of scrape that off, which is why ours looks so well loved.
Yeah. I gotcha. All right, so I'm going to start in the center with the biggest one. That's where the big one goes, right?
Yep.
I figure I'll start big and go smaller because that'll be easier for me.
See how easy that was?
That was simple. That was loads of fun.
Thank you for making it sparkle with Stamplistic.
Oh, I got my own little sticker, little pen. Thank you, that was fun.
And it should only take a minute or so for that to dry, and then you can put it
Ta-da!
right back in the baggie, and you're good to go.
Thank you so much. My baggie's over there. Yep. And then how much are your stamps for the
they range about $12 or $13. This limited edition set of 4 is $26.
Okay.
And some of our stamps, if you don't like the fussy cut, some of our stamps over here have matching layering dies.
Oh, that's
that
nice.
would cut out those individual layers for you.
You could do this with a mandala too, couldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate
very
your help.
welcome. Thank
nice
you.
having you help me with that. So here's the piece that I made at the Stamplistic booth at the expo, and I thought I'd finish up a card with it. And so what I did was I took some paper that I bought from Crafter's Companion on hsn.com. It came in blue and like a reddish color last Christmas, but now it's blues and I think greens, but I might be wrong. Anyway, and then I used this embossing folder. It's from the Cuttlebug. It's called a Batik Floral from Anna Griffin, and I ran it through my die cutting machine. Then I put a piece of fun foam on the back that I just cut so that it would not show. I've shown you that many times in videos where I offset the big piece of fun foam, and I'm putting a lot of glue because not only am I having the foam that will absorb this glue, but also don't forget that you're putting it onto an embossed surface, so this surface is going to make it so that it's hard to adhere as well. So I'm going to hold it down for just a minute. Oh, I want to show you one other thing I did. Just in case you have ribbon that doesn't match, I had some green ribbon and it just wasn't the right color green. So what I did was I took some of my alcohol markers, and alcohol markers are what you want for this if you have any. You can use Sharpies, and that's what I started with. I started with this color green Sharpie and it didn't work, so then I went to this color Spectrum Noir. And all you're going to do is you're just going to color your ribbon just like that, and that takes care of any kind of color differences that you might have, like that. And then you just let it dry for a second and you're good to go. I did the same thing with one of my little, these were crystals, and one of mine fell off. I don't know where it went, so I took a clear one from the ones I bought from AliExpress. I bought a big package of clear ones. I don't know where that is right now, but these are some similar ones. Oh, they're there. These are nail art, but they're great for projects like this because you can just stick them on, and they're a variety of sizes. So I just picked the one closest to the size I needed. It was white, and I just took my marker and I colored it. And that's how you do it. If you don't have to have a lot of colors, in fact, I recommend you buy plain colors and things like this, especially pearls and crystals like that, because you'll be able to, in the end, have a lot more variety because you'll be able to color it. If you know what I'm saying. I'm going to put, let me see where my top is here. Okay, this is the top, so this is the bottom. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here because I want to put my ribbon, I just want to wrap my ribbon around. Right? Kind of straight as I'll get it, right? And then I'm going to put a lot more glue on the back. Already stamped my sentiment on there, and I'll show you the stamps that it came from. It's from Inky Antics, and it's called Simple Sentiments, and it just says, with sympathy. I needed a sympathy card. One of my friends I worked with many years ago, her grandson passed away, and it's such a sad story, so I want to make sure I send her a card. Okay, let me stick that on. I'm just going to hold my edges down for a second, making sure everything's as straight as I want it to be. I use my new amalgam ink from Gina K. I have to say it's very, very juicy. I'll show you in a second where I stamp my sentiment, but if you have a sentiment that you want to be really a fine line, you might want to dab a lot more gently than I did, because clearly I'm not a gentle dabber. I'll show you in a second as soon as I get my little my little faux bow done. Okay, there's our little bow, and I'm going to get a glue dot and put it underneath there just so it'll hold my ribbon down. Come on, buddy, get off there. Just put it right underneath, and no one will see that. And then I'm going to put another one down a little bit further. Just to make sure our ribbon just kind of lays better. Okay, I'm going to take, I bought some new tape runners. This is from Plus Corporation. I'll just throw it on the floor. It's from Plus Corporation, and I bought it on, it's upside down, what else is new? I bought it on Amazon, and I thought I'd try out a new one, because you know I've ruined just about every one of my tape runners I have. I don't know how I do that, but I'm capable of ruining a tape runner with no problem. The tape either gets balled up in it, or I end up breaking the tape, so make sure everything's well glued down. Okay, you see the sentiment? See how the width and the S are really, really too inked? That was because my ink is brand new, and I inked it too hard. You're going to really want to lightly, when you use this ink pad, what I would recommend is you very, very gently tap onto your image. Just my 2 cents worth on that. Let me get my stamp. Boy, I have ink all over this thing. Okay. And clearly, I don't want all this ink on there. There are ways you can get that off. I have this little sand eraser. It's a mono sand eraser, and that usually takes off the bulk of the problems I have. Or at least you can't really see them after I've done this as much. I mean, I can still see them. You probably can't see them as much as I can, which is nice, because then I don't feel as guilty. So here is the card that we made after we added the make and take piece from Stamplistic. I hope that you enjoyed this, that you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please tell your friends about me on social media, because you know I love that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.